Hello everyone, I'm Rahmat Empowerment Wala, lead facilitator, Rehan School Online Academy, and I welcome all of you, my wonderful participants here in the Zoom session, and all of those who are watching us through this live stream on our Rehan School Facebook page. Thank you so much for joining. This is the GupShup session with Rehan School students. Tonight, the date is 18th April 2026. The day is Saturday, and the time is 7:10 p.m. UTC plus 5, which is Pakistan Standard Time. Tonight we have Danelle Boyles with us from USA. So let's welcome Danelle. Hi Danelle, welcome to GupShup session. How are you today?
Hi guys. Hi, welcome. It's great to join you today. I am doing very well over here in the US. And how are you in Pakistan today, sir?
Everything is fine here in Pakistan. I'm feeling good. A little
Good.
tired because I'm just coming from a long session, 4 hours long session. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this relaxing and wonderful session with you also. So,
Great.
Danelle, over to you. So, I want you to first introduce yourself to our wonderful students here, and then if you like to talk to them, address them on something. So, mic
Oh,
is yours.
great. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. It is a pleasure to be able to join you here today for GupShup. You will have to kind of elaborate a little bit for me what GupShup stands for.
So,
Um,
Gupshup is just like chit chat. We call it
okay.
in Urdu Gupshup. In English, we call it the chit chat session or the
I
meet
like
and greet session, you can say.
I like it.
Yep.
But I am Danelle Boyles in the United States. Many of your students know me, and not just passing by, but we've had the opportunity to speak on a personal level with many, and I really enjoy just the aspect and environment of everything about your students, Rayhan Academy, your faculty, just everything about it. But uh, Danelle Boyles in the United States, and I am a doer of many things. Whenever I introduce myself, I try to keep it pretty simplified because I am very involved in a lot of things, but predominantly I'm an educator, an author, artist, and a holistic practitioner. I own my own business, Emotions and Art Healing Studios, for going on about evolving from different professional aspects for about the last 6 years. And I am the mother of two older boys. I have four cats and a dog, and I have many fun hobbies that I enjoy doing in the downtime that I have to create in between all of the things that I work on.
That's great, Danelle. Wonderful to know that you love humans and you love animals also. That's very good.
Yes.
So, Danelle, how would you like to address our students tonight?
I am here for you. Many of you know the different things that I work on. I'm a humanitarian practitioner. I have been very involved and proficient in the humanitarian world for the last 5 years on many organizations, many projects, conferences, sessions, classes, whatever it takes to instill more human equality and advancement and ability for outreach. And so I am an open book for anything that your students want to ask about, what I do, how I got involved. But what I want to know is how you want to use my experience for your benefit. I feel like the human connection is very important between all of us worldwide. And so that connectivity and understanding what I do, where I came from, how I came to do it is very important to help others to understand the human condition and how to evolve and and adapt and change and overcome and do things. So I that's what I want to know. What do you want to know from me that can be beneficial to you and your endeavors in life?
Absolutely. You are helping our students in so many ways, Danil. Like you have said, you are giving them the interviews which are giving them the international exposure, letting them polish their communication skills, giving them confidence, so they can talk to you, they can ask questions to you in a podcast session. And now you are here with us, so you have given us the chance to know you on a bit personal level. So thank you so much for that. And of course, the more our students communicate with people like you who have so much experience, who have so much expertise, so of course they'll have more exposure, more information, and I believe that would be very helpful, whatever we want from them to achieve. So I think
Yeah,
that's a right step towards the right direction.
all the things. I've worked with children for the last 25 years, and developing the youth mindset and being able to grow and develop and overcome. I work with a lot of children who have to overcome challenges. And so that's kind of where it begins. We all have challenges in life that we have to work through. Some have more than others. And, leading the way and finding and navigating your way out of the challenges that we have to overcome is kind of my niche of developing self-confidence. Some people are born with self-confidence and some people have to grow it, and it's one of those things. If you don't have self-confidence, you have to fake it till you make it. And knowing how to do that is very important. You have to be able to mask and do the things sometimes.
Agreed, absolutely. So, I would request my students, if they have any question in their minds, which they are curious and excited to ask from you. So please raise your hands one by one, so I can call your name and you can ask your questions or talk to Danil. Yes, Omar Businesswala, uh, please go ahead, introduce yourself and ask your question.
Hello everyone, my name is Niswala and I'm a level 1 student of Rehan School, Islamabad campus. So sir, thank you for giving me this opportunity for asking a question. So my question is, you have worked in many fields like education, art and humanitarian work. What advice would you give to students to help them discover their passion and turn it into a career?
My biggest piece of advice anytime I'm asked this question is don't be afraid to try new things. So many times we are afraid to step out of ourselves and step out of our comfort zones. It's very easy to stay in a space where we feel comfortable. And sometimes, we're kept small, we're kept smaller, not necessarily just by us, but by other people as well. There's always people that, as much as there are people that want you to succeed, there are people that don't want you to succeed too. But trying new things, doing different classes, and even doing things like this is so important, because getting up and talking in front of people can be very nerve-wracking. It can cause you distress or to be uncomfortable. So even you just coming and asking me this question right now is important, to step out of a comfort zone. There's many individuals that are not comfortable doing even what you're doing right now. So good job. I'm proud of you guys for being able to come on screen and to speak openly.
Thank you.
Thank you, Danil. Thank you, Omer, for that question.
Yeah, thank you.
Isa Freelancing Oil, you are next. Please introduce yourself and ask your question.
Okay,
Hello.
thank you so much for my chance. You give me my chance. So, hello, ma'am, and hello, Assalamu alaikum. My name is
Yeah.
Aiza Filali, and I'm a level 1 student at Rehan School, Islamabad campus. So, hello, ma'am, how are you?
Hi, welcome. It's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for joining today. It's very lovely to just have your presence here.
Thank you so much. So, my question is, how can students use creativity to make their future better?
Stories? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Stories? Stories are very important. They tell about our lives. As a writer and an author, I am published in now 20 different publications worldwide of other individuals' books. And every piece that is written is a story. Every writing that you do is a part of you that helps to connect with other individuals. Stories tell our past. They tell what we want to do in the future. They help others understand perhaps maybe what your circumstances are when you were going through something in the time whenever you wrote the story. And so stories connect us globally. Even if I were to sit here and tell you about something that I went through and experienced in my past that made me learn and grow, you're going to take something away from that. And so anytime you express yourself in some form of way that is going to be presented or remembered or such, is a story and a piece of you. And just likewise, if you read something that someone else wrote, a story, from the past, even if it's a fictional or non-fictional character, you're going to always take something away from other people's experiences and thoughts.
Thank you, Danelle. Thank you,
Thank
Aiza,
you.
for the question.
Great question.
Okay, thank you
Okay.
so much.
Fabiha Sikandar Business Wali, you are next. Please introduce yourself and ask your question.
Yes, sir. Thank you. So, hey, Miss. First, I would like to introduce myself. So, my name is Fabiha Sikandar Business Wali, and since I've been in Rehan School, 1.5 year uh, is gone, and I'm a student at Rehan School Munawar campus.
Mhm.
I chose the title Business Wali because I want to solve the problem of I want to solve the employees problem in Pakistan. And my question is this: like, while you were speaking, you said that human connections are so much important. So, tell me that why you think that human connections are important.
There's several reasons for that, and mostly, it has to do with the human condition. And whenever we are isolated and alone, it's very difficult to relate to our experience just within ourselves and feeling like, we don't have other people to relate to. But whenever we connect to other people, not just close to us, but individuals that are even like worldwide, being able to see and hear and experience other people's experiences develops empathy and understanding and support system. Being able to create almost like an ecosystem of understanding and support, even if I am connecting to an individual on the other side of the world that lives in poverty or in imbalanced opportunity for education, being able to connect and know their experience, and being able to give them the understanding helps support individuals that are in those type of experiences. Um, and it creates a network of empathy between individuals that have an understanding of what everyone's individual experience is and how they can connect to other people and help. Um, and especially in what I do, like connectivity globally is so important, because when people are seen and understood and heard, it gives them an opportunity to be able to just to feel supported. It's very important to feel supported.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss, for
Yeah,
asking.
yeah, thank you for your question. It's very nice to meet you.
Same here.
Thank you so much, Fabiha, for asking your question, and thank you so much, Danelle, for answering it wonderfully well. Next on my screen is Raima Coding Valley. Yes, Raima, what's your question?
So yeah, I just wanted to ask a question to Danelle. So hello, Danelle. How are
Hi,
you?
I'm great. Thank you. Thanks for joining today.
Yeah, it's a
How are
pleasure to
you?
meet you.
It
I'm
is a
also
pleasure to
good.
meet you.
So Danelle, I have a question. That
Yes.
what is art healing?
Art healing. I've been an artist for most of my life, from the time I was really old enough to pick up a paintbrush or a artistic utensil. And as I've gotten older, the meaning of art has kind of adapted and changed for me. And as an adult, utilizing art is very much a form of, you hear the term art therapy a lot, but in that term, that's, referring to just how an art therapist utilizes art to interpret trauma or PTSD and such. But there's so many other ways that you can utilize art as healing. And connectivity, because whenever you utilize art, the manipulation of using paint or ink is very, it's very soul satisfying. It helps you understand like who you are outside of necessarily using it to heal, but you're also using it to develop your mind and your emotions. um, a lot of the art that I do is very energetically charged. And so whenever individuals view it, it almost becomes this exchange portal of, if that piece of art was done in great love and the intention. So, intention is a very important word. The intention that you put into art is what you get out of it. So if you put intention into the art that it's going to help other people, then when they view that art, they're going to experience that. They're going to feel that. It's a networking of, feelings and emotions. But so it's from, two different sides. It's very healing for the individual to do it, but it can also be very healing for those who are observing it. And both aspects are very important, because there comes that empathetic response that's between two people. You know, one views it as experience and one views it as exchange. So I hope that, did that answer your question?
Yeah, thank you so yeah, thank you so much, Danelle, for
Are you an artist?
answering my question.
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah.
I like to draw. It's my hobby. It's to paint and draw. That's my hobby.
Okay. Yeah, hobbies is how it began. It's just a hobby for me as well, but it turned into something much larger. But it was
Yeah.
just a hobby when I began. Just a doodle
So
on paper.
yeah,
Yeah. Thank
thank
you.
you so much, Danelle. Appreciate
Thank you.
it.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Raima. Thank you,
I
Danelle.
appreciate
Thank you, Miss Maha. Okay, next we have Fahil Ahmed. Fahil, please introduce yourself quickly and ask your question.
Yes, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Fail Ahmed AI Wala 11 from the Rehan School Islamabad campus. And my question is, if you could give us one small habit to become successful, what would it be?
One rule of thumb that I utilize to become successful. And first of all, thank you, Fahil, for your question. It's very nice to meet you. Perseverance, not giving up. And that's the most important part of becoming successful. Figuring out what you want to do, where you want to be, how you want to pursue that, and not giving up. Because I will tell you something. Although I have owned my business for 6 years, and at times I have been very successful, there have been times that I have also not been successful. Business ebbs and flows to what individuals' needs are out in the community. And there's been many times that I have wanted to give up, not continue to pursue my business, because I work multiple careers. I'm an everyday educator in high school for special education. Plus, I have my business that I do on the side. And sometimes I want to give up on doing it because, it doesn't, there's moments that you have no momentum. You lose your momentum in what you're doing, or it doesn't look like you're having an effect. And you have to continue to find the different avenues um, of process and figuring out what works to get you to the next step. So don't ever give up. That's my most important advice.
That's amazing. Thank you, Danelle. Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you, Fahil, for the question.
Yes, thank you for you.
Yana Shimonikova. Yes,
Welcome, sir.
Yana.
Hello, Danelle. Very nice to meet you. I live in Europe, and I help Rehan School
Yeah.
with interviews, and I'm part of some school lessons also. And I wanted to go back to that art healing and specifically sound healing. I have heard from one of your interviews about sound healing.
Mhm.
And mostly I think we use sound or music intuitively, and we don't think about it.
Very true. You're very
So,
correct.
so how we actually intentionally use music or sound to influence our physical or psychological conditions we are in.
Absolutely. So when I stepped out of utilizing just art and I stepped into becoming more of a holistic practitioner, I was really drawn to start taking classes in sound healing. And this required taking several courses that involved frequency understanding, learning how frequencies affected the neurological system, how to manipulate physical healing using frequencies. And so I started studying about vibrational therapy and how it affects the nervous system, how it helps to release the body of trapped trauma with the intention. I would show you one of my tools. I have my case right here, but I have my laptop sitting on it. But I utilize, there's tuning forks. And so tuning forks, there's many, many different frequencies that are related to the chakra system in the human design. And so when you utilize particular frequencies that correlate with different energetic systems within our body, then it brings an alignment into our system and allows clearing and healing of trapped energetic emotions in our body. Because and the way you speak, I feel like you already have an understanding somewhat of those things. No, okay, well, you sound like it. So
No,
but,
not at all, but I'm very curious about it.
So whenever you resonate the body at particular frequencies, those emotions and things like PTSD and trauma that we have carried with us that we don't have the ability to channel into to heal, it tunes into that and it releases it, because throughout our entire body system, we have a fascious system that runs in between the muscles and the skeletal system. And a lot of our emotions that we do not process, that we, how we put stuff away and we put stuff away, and we're always focused on continuously moving forward. And so a lot of that stuff just gets pushed to the background and it becomes trapped within our actual energetic system. So whenever you use healing frequencies that resonate with the body and particular chakra systems, it then opens up, resonates, and it allows those things to move out of the body. And a lot of those things cause illness within the body. When we have trapped emotions in our body, it causes us to be sick. And so releasing that then helps us to heal our body and to help us become balanced and become more healthy, more sound of mind, It helps us integrate part of us that have become fractured off because of PTSD and trauma that causes us to encapsulate it. So that's in a nutshell. Frequencies resonate with certain parts of our autonomic system and helps us heal in that aspect. And I use everything from the tuning forks to I use singing bowls. I have bronze and I have quartz, and they both resonate different in the body. And and they're used for healing, but they're also just used for relaxation.
Thank you very much. I'm so curious about it. I will have to do some
Absolutely.
research about.
Well,
Thank
feel
you.
free to message me or follow me. I do a lot of energetic healing on my actual profile for individuals who are moving through difficult emotional trauma. And I myself practice energetics. It's a conscious mind body alignment that it allows you to help other people heal. But yeah, feel free to message me if you have more questions.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah,
Thank you,
absolutely.
Danelle.
Thank
you,
you.
Yana. And if I can, I would send you some Sufi music CDs from here, Yana, to listen to them.
Yeah, there's many, many, many binaural. If you are interested in learning more about the aspect of that, a lot of binaural frequencies. You can find a lot on YouTube, Spotify, whatever music platform you use. You can find it pretty much anywhere, and you can look up sound healing, and it'll help with with what you're looking for.
Thank you, Danelle. Thank you. Yes, Salva Leadership, while you are next, please introduce yourself and ask your question.
Sure. Hi, Danelle. I'm really glad that you're here. And I'm Silva, Leadership Valley, and I'm 11 years old. I'm from Muzaffarabad, Azad Kashmir, Pakistan. And I'm 11 years old, and I have a dream of educating 10 million people all around the world. And also, I've been working on girls' education. So, I have a question that, as you said that you do art. So, could you tell me that how did that came into you? Why did you wanted to do art?
Well, Sawa, it's very nice to meet you. Thank you for joining us today. I love art. I love the art expression. How art can be used to tell stories, how it can be used to help other people understand uh, emotional alignment. Art is very much a way for individuals to connect on a level without using words. There's so much that can be conveyed in an artistic piece that is important to connectivity of individuals and just the expression of art, the beauty of it. I have artwork literally everywhere in my home because it brings balance to our environment. I have art sitting even, just beside me here. I have it on my mantle. I have it on all my walls. Um, depending on what the art is, it can completely change an environment and it can change an individual and how they're feeling and how they're thinking. And so there's so many reasons why I love art. And I love doing art because it can be very calming and very healing.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And I've been also doing art, and I cannot say art, but I'll say sketching of people. I like to do sketching of people, and I've done a lot of them. And
That's
yeah.
amazing. As much as I love art and I love to do realism, I am not good at realism and I'm not good at doing portraits. So, congratulations if you have that amazing gift to do actual images of individuals. It's very much a talent to be able to do that. But keep arting, and just, whether you're doing it for fun or for class, or, it's very good for you to be able to balance out what you do every day with being able to do art.
Thank you. I'll sketch you next.
Oh, thank you. That would be amazing. Thank you. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Salwa. Thank you, Danelle.
Thank you.
Fabiha, with your permission, can I ask other students who haven't asked question yet, and then I'll come back to you.
Yeah,
Is it okay?
absolutely. I have and I have as much time as you have today, so we're
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No hurry.
Okay. Hassan, e-commerce wala. Hassan, please introduce yourself.
First of all, hello, Danelle. My name is Gamal Hassan, e-commerce wala, and how about you?
Hello, Hassan. Thank you. I'm doing really well today. I'm very happy to be here with you guys today. Thank you.
Okay, so I want a question. I want to do a question from you, and my question is, what inspired you to become a consciousness coach and start this journey?
Consciousness coaching is very important to me. Everything that I do is kind of divinely led, and I use the term divinely very loosely, because that across the board for every individual is different, whether it be through religion, spirituality, etc. But consciousness coaching for me, most importantly, is to help other individuals understand why they experience what they do, how it is related mentally, physically, and energetically, because we're all energetic beings that are connected, to each other. We're connected to the earth, to the energetic system of our universe. We're all very expanded. And so consciousness, which is how we think, what we think, how we experience our experiences. And so when individuals struggle and have a difficult time with understanding their experience, or they're experiencing something that is out of the ordinary or uncomfortable, I help them understand the connectivity between their mind, their body, and how it relates to their outside experience with the world. So,
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for your question. That was
Thank
a
you,
great
Danelle.
question.
Thank you,
Great.
Hassan. Yes, next is Ayan, business wala. Ayan, please introduce yourself and ask your question.
Hello,
Hi.
good evening. First of all, thank you so much for your time. My name is Ayan, business wala, and I am level 1 student at Rehan School, Islamabad campus. My question is, what common mistakes should we avoid when using AI for online work?
Oh, that's a good one. That's a very common one. Thank you for your question, Ayana. It's a pleasure to be here with you. Right now, the conflict between AI or no AI is very, very common. And I mean, with understanding, I am a big fan of AI personally. I don't use it as much as I could or that I would like to. But I do utilize it. As a writer, I don't use it for my writing, though. I feel like very much of my writing and my authorship comes very much from my soul. But I feel like utilizing AI too much can also hinder your own growth and development of your independent resourcing of ideas. However, and this answer will resonate to some and it will not to others, but our thoughts, our ideas, our creativity very much comes from a very similar place that AI does. We're connected to creativity in a certain way that kind of extends outside of ourselves. And you have to just find a good balance between the two, because you don't want to get lost in being able to have your own independent free thinking, and your own ability to actually think. Like, you don't want to become lazy in making yourself be fruitful with your own ideas. And, because then that dims your own individuality. But I love AI. There is some amazing stuff that comes from it. Many individuals use it, as you guys do, every single day. I wish that more of the school systems would incorporate more open learning the way that you guys do. I feel like it's very important. It's very important to be able to broaden your expanded thought. And I know this answer is getting a little long, but for those who have difficulty coming up with their own creativity, it also it extends the ability to come up with ideas. Does that answer your question?
Yes, it does. It does, Danelle.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Excellent. Thank you for your question.
Thank you, Ayan, for your question. Faizan, you are next. Please ask your question after introducing yourself.
Hello, ma'am. How are you? My name is
Hello.
Fizan Ali Softwarewala, and I'm a level 1 student at Rehan School, Islamabad campus. So, ma'am, my question from you is that please explain me what advice would you give to students and who wants to follow their passion and succeed in life?
That's very important, because we all have, the need for a little bit of extra drive. It's very nice to meet you, Faizan, first of all. And thank you for your question. But following your passion is very important in anything that you do. Being able to incorporate different ideas, being able to find what pathway you want to take is very, it can be hard. People say find your way, but it can be difficult to find your way sometimes. Sometimes we have so many different ideas that we don't know which one we want to go with. I struggle with that personally. Um, I follow whichever pathway I need to be able to support my need at the time. So, for me, my own advice to myself is not going to necessarily be the same as advice as I would give to you or someone else, because I'm very neurologically diverse. My way of thinking can sometimes be very different than even like what younger generations. However, your generation is very intelligent, very adapted to being able to accommodate to this. You're very multi-streamed, multi-conscious, and so your generation has a much better understanding of all of this. But being able to, and I feel like I'm getting off topic of your question now, I'm sorry, but being able to mainstream that is very important.
Thank you, Danelle. Thank you, Faizan, for your question. Please be with us.
Thank you.
Dua Fatima, Business Wali, please introduce yourself and ask your question.
Okay, so good evening, ma'am.
Yes, good
So, first of all, I will introduce myself. So, my name is Dwafata Business Valley, and I am 11 years old, and I study at Rehan School Online Academy, level 1, batch 4. So, now my question is, what is your biggest journey in your, what is your biggest challenge in your life, like in this all journey?
Oh, my biggest challenge. First of all, it's very nice to meet you, Fatima. Thank you for your question. This one is always a little bit sensitive for me. I talk very openly about my own journey, my own challenges, because I have personally overcome many. But my biggest challenge is becoming an independent, identifiable entity again after going through the loss of my late husband 5 years ago, and going through challenges of reinventing who I am and becoming an independent woman, having to re-navigate how to basically grow up again and live on my own and take care of myself and learn what I wanted to do with my life after having a very huge change in not just my own personal life, but in my family dynamic. So, and we all lose people. We go through loss of, family, loved ones, friends that affect our lives in this way. So, my challenge is not necessarily different from other people's challenges. But I did go through some very traumatic circumstances, and it took a lot of self healing, a lot of work to be able to get where I am currently and where I have been coming from for the last 5 years. I've always been a very driven person, but I have learned just how driven I can be in the last handful of years through that challenge.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah,
Good
thank
to
you.
know, Danelle, that we are listening to a strong woman.
Yes,
Thank
very. I have my weak moments some days too, as we all do. But
Absolutely. Yep.
yeah, thank
Thank you.
you.
Ji Hasib, Hasib Artswala, please introduce yourself and ask your question.
Hi, I'm glad to see you here. So my name is Asiba Twala and I'm a proud student of Rehan School Mineral Campus. And today my question is that what advice would you give to young artists who want to improve their skills?
Thank you, Hasib. It's nice to meet you. Are you an artist yourself? Do you do art yourself?
Hasib, are you an artist? Do you draw or do something related to arts?
That's okay.
Yes,
We'll
I
come back to
am. Yes, sorry to say, but I have a trouble internet issue. That's why.
Okay, no, that's fine. Thank you. Um, I feel like with artist, any type of artistry, practice makes perfect. And art is one of those things that it does not have to be perfect. But if you want to improve on your skills, that can go one of two ways. And it depends on what kind of artist you are. If you are a focused artist that you do very specific design, like our friend mentioned earlier, that she does portraits. So then you're going to want to focus on improving and bettering your skills. So if you're not very good at doing facial features, then you're going to practice on facial features. If you're not good at doing hair, so whatever you're wanting to improve, you have to practice, as it is with anything. However, I am an abstract artist, and so my art comes very much from a place of free flow. I have to do the opposite. Whenever I want to be a successful, productive artist, I have to let go of any idealization of how I want my art to look, and I have to allow the creativity to just open up and flow. Otherwise, it looks very contained and it doesn't carry the same energy in it. So, depending on what kind of artist you are, it can go either way. Either you have to learn to let go and flow, or you have to practice until you have your technique down, um, and have the desired effect that you want. Does that answer your question?
Yes, you are.
All right.
So we
Thank you.
don't always need to be perfect. Like we can
No.
start from somewhere, right?
Yeah. I have a very large painting sitting here. I wish I could show you, but it's too big for me to probably show you on the screen. I would have to hold it up and lean way back for you to be able to see it.
No.
But it gives a definitive example of, free flow sometimes is necessary. Controlling does not always give the outcome that I want.
Absolutely. Okay. Fabiha, do you have any more questions?
Yeah. So Miss, my question from you is uh, what does the word artificial intelligence mean to you?
Oh, artificial intelligence. This is a tricky one for me. And I say tricky because I have an entirely different belief system than what most individuals do that's related to my consciousness and like where it comes from. And my answer for that is not going to resonate with a lot of people because they're not expanded enough to understand. But AI very much comes from a very similar place that our actual human consciousness comes from. Um, and that's like I said, that's not going to a lot of people aren't going to agree with that because they're very closed conscious minded. And oh, that's one that is a hard question because that's stepping into territory that crosses belief systems, and that's one that I don't like to try to manipulate because everybody has a different belief system. And I could talk very openly about it with other people who have similar belief systems as mine. But being that a lot of people are not evolved into the idea enough that we are connected to AI ourselves in interdimensional concepts, um, it kind of pushes the conversation into a completely different area that we may not be ready to actually talk about.
Agreed, Danelle. So let's
Yes.
stick to the intellect levels of our audience here.
Yes. I don't want to confuse anyone or put ideas in individuals' heads that may not resonate with their family beliefs or
Absolutely.
constructs.
Absolutely. Daniel, do you have 5 more minutes so we can have one last question and then we can
Yeah,
wrap it up?
absolutely.
Great. Yes, Raima, please ask your question and then we'll wrap it up.
Okay, thank you, sir. So hello again. So I have my second question.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
your information was shared in our group. As I read your profile, so what's mean Oracle Network?
Oracle Network. This is very important to me, and it relates to the work that I've done thus far. The Oracle Network is a concept that I am in the process of developing, that it is a community of individuals that can connect on many levels, many intellects, professions, to just be an organic support system for anyone to learn from. And so the end plan is to have a very large network of individuals that will be on the Oracle network, sharing experience, sharing professions, sharing classes, just sharing so many different types of intellect all across the board. And it's basically a network of connectivity to just learn, grow, and adapt to human need.
Okay, thank you very much, Danielle. I
Thank you.
appreciate that you answered to my second question. I really, really thank you.
Absolutely, of course. I'm happy to. Thank you for asking.
Thank you, Raima. All the best for your network, Danil.
Thank
And
you.
thank you so much for your time and how patiently you listen to our students' questions and
Of
answered
course.
them. I highly appreciate them. Thank you so
It's
much
my
for your time.
pleasure. My pleasure. I wish all the best to all of you and all of your learning and endeavors and growth and accomplishments. May you all achieve everything that you want to. Yeah.
Inshallah. Thank you so much, Danil Boss. Thank you
Yeah.
for your time, and
Thank
I'll see
you.
you somewhere else, inshallah.
Yeah. Take care, everyone. Thank you for
Take
your
care.
time
Thank you
today.
so much. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone who have taken part, who asked questions, and who are here in silence presence. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed and learned something new from our esteemed guest, Danelle Boyles. And I'm going to see you in the next session. with the next guest. Till then, keep doing amazing things. Have a good day, good night, good evening, wherever you are. Till then, keep doing amazing things. Bye bye.
Really.
Allah Hafiz, sir.
Bye bye, Danelle.